Gaston Naessens was a genius. He built his own somatoscope, and you can't just put these things under a regular microscope. And this is part of the problem. We're using microscopy, old shit, but not old enough, but we've not advanced our microscopy is my point. All right. Where's that? We're advancing everything else, all the other tech. Why are we not advancing microscopy? Why are we not rebuilding his somatoscope and looking at it and go, what the hell was he up to? You know, he had to use different beams of light, including UV, and the cross beams are what allowed those somatids to actually be seen. Otherwise, you don't see them. In the other types of microscopy, they're invisible. This is how convenient it is for them. They can just use their shit microscopes and ignore it. And we're talking electron microscopes too. You don't see this stuff. And anyway, electron microscope is not living, it's not moving, it's frozen, it's fixed, it's dyed, it's squished. This is not what's happening in our bodies. And then you have people taking those slides and describing things and making fancy names and running scientific ideology around it. And it's all just, might as well just, I could have got my 3-year-old to make up some stuff and it'd be, the same thing. So this is just a bit of history on Naessens, born in northern France, 1924. He studied physics, chemistry, biology. When the war started, he moved to the south of France, continued his studies. He got his degree in biological engineering. He knew the limiting power of the microscope. He decided to make a better one. He built this damn thing so he could see organisms as small as 150 angstrom. So 1 angstrom is 100 millionth of a centimeter. And this allowed him to see the tiniest organism in our blood. He discovered that the blood of sick people was different than those of healthy people. He noticed that the healthy people kept the somatid number in check while unhealthy people were unable to. So isn't that interesting? If you're sick, you have more somatids active in this cycle. Does not make sense. Why would you need the cycle to engulf and eat and move materials if you didn't have materials to move? If you were clean, if you had practiced good internal hygiene, what do you need them for? If you're toxic continually, yeah, absolutely, you're going to have these all over the place. Doesn't that sound like something? Doesn't sound like, when you test for somebody and they say they have a virus, but someone who's healthy might not test perchance in that way or whatever. Yeah, it's the same idea, but they're making them of themselves. It's their own endemic processes, not coming from the air outside and it landed on you and then it got in you and now you're sick. No, you made yourself sick by ingesting all the poison. The body needs to get it out as best as possible with resources available to it. And this is part of that cleansing system. And of course, you're going to see that. Now, chicken and the egg problem, people get it mixed up. This is why, it's the inversion. We're in the inversion. It's the exact opposite. The cause and effect are flipped. It's a very clever marketing tool, but it's not reality. Now, he was treating cancer with his knowledge. He could actually, knowing the cycle, taking the blood of the sick person, looking at what cycle the blood is at, he could determine the symptoms that those people would be experiencing based on that. That's profound. Could you imagine the diagnostic tools that we could have if we just actually adopted this knowledge, and how many people we could predict what was happening in their body and then help it accelerate and heal? I mean, that's incredible. But where is this? Where is this tech, right?